Hey, Fourth Block, I'm not here with you today, but I wanted to go over some things and make sure that you're going to be good and set up. Let me start off with your warm-up from last class. So, you had this multiple choice question based on this political cartoon that would have gone with the notes that we did last class. Challenging warm-up, it's actually a high school warm-up. I just removed one of the answer choices, and this used to be on an honors American history test, hence North America. If we pay attention to our cartoon, we see our mother country, who looks very wealthy, very settled, being served by her colonies, who are represented by maids who hold raw materials, foodstuffs, gold and silver. If you look at her table, it's very nicely set. She's simply ready to be served. Now, if we focus on our warm-up, according to the political cartoon, how did England's system of mercantilism factor into colonial settlement in North America? And we've got A, B, and C. Let's talk about what we can get rid of. Well, we can immediately get rid of A, because as we look, we don't see any finished or manufactured goods. Everything is in its pre-stage. We can also knock out C, because things are not being exported. Rather, she's able to import from those colonies. So our answer choice is B. Our answer choice is B. So that's warm-up number 19. Now, our next warm-up is the one that you're doing today. This is going to be based on those notes that were posted on Google Classroom that you took last time. You've got 1 and 2, and we'll actually go over them when I return. You've got your warm-up quiz next class, so please make sure that you bring everything. Now let's talk about what you are working on both today and last class. Please notice that everything is set up for you at Student Command Center, so you'll work from left to right. First up, we are going to look at what you guys were doing last class. Everything that you need is right in front of you. So in your notebook, you are going to go, you should have gone to a fresh sheet of paper, written down your 4 philosophers, and used these papers right here to first start off and list 3 important beliefs. A belief would be something like they believed in equal rights for everyone, not they wrote a book, okay? So we find 3 beliefs for each philosopher. 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th page. Then we're going to go back and dig a little deeper and find 2 more beliefs. So we'll have a total of 5 beliefs for each philosopher. When we finish that, you will go on your Chromebook, you create, say, like a Google Slides. So a slide for each philosopher, in which you would look at your notes, take 3 of those beliefs, just 3 little bullet points. So like if I said, believed in equality. Notice it says you need a visual for each belief. For equality, I might import in the equal sign or show people who look like they are exactly the same. So 3 key beliefs and 3 visuals for each philosopher. When you finish that, you are done with part 1. You will show me next class. Bring your paper, sit it back over here, and then you'll grab one of these. Notice this is a class set. You're ready for part 2. The first thing says I'm going to annotate the preamble of the Constitution for meaning. This little piece right up here. For meaning, what that's going to look like is looking up any words I might not know, like posterity. It's going to look like me writing little notes on the side and making connections. Ultimately being able to say, can I say what this means in my own words? Get that done, then you're ready for number 2. I'm looking at paragraph 2 of the of the Declaration of Independence. I am going to look to see, where can I see my philosophers? So where do I see Locke? Where do I see Montesquieu? Where do I see Rousseau or Voltaire? I might do a little color coding where I say, oh yeah, pink is gonna be Locke, yellow is gonna be Voltaire, and where I see them, I can just highlight it, or I could just draw a little line and then write the philosopher's name. I might see one of each, I might see a few of them. That's that. Number 3, this is the handout that you are going to use. You are then going to look at each philosopher, pick one belief that you either agree or disagree with, and explain your why. This is in your notebook. This is a class set, so it will get returned here. When you finish that, you'll move on to numbers 5 and 6, numbers 4 and 5, this DBQ paper, which is yours. So you're answering the questions. You're also going to the back where you will take a moment and answer the questions for documents A and B. The last thing for 6 is another piece that will be in your notebook where you would say if there were one philosopher you would have, or you could have a conversation with, who would it be and why? And you'll cite textual evidence. That's part 2. You may not get through all of this today, and that's just fine. We are going to have class time when I return, okay? So don't worry about this 7 and 8 that's on the back. So let me go back through. Part 1, which you started last class set. Directions for part 2, which is also a class set. You'll return both of these back when you finish with them. Number 1 on part 2, your own paper. Number 2 on part 2, this is your own paper. Number 3, class set, please return. You'll write the information in your notebook. Numbers 4 and 5, your very own paper. Put this in your notebook. And then number 6 will go in your notebook. Again, I know you'll have a great day. Do your best, work as hard as you are able to, and I will see you guys on Monday. No, I'm sorry, I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye.